Hello and welcome to my review of the LEGO Creator Expert 10271 Fiat 500. This is a set from a few years ago. It's part of the kind of large-scale cars that LEGO did. I actually don't know if they still make them or not. I believe the set's from 2021, and yes, right off the bat, this set was also released under a different number as a blue version of this. I believe identical, if I'm not mistaken. However, this is the original, the yellow colour. So that's the one we're going to be looking at today. And yes, let's start with actually you know what? I was going to start with the small stuff. Let's go straight to the big stuff. How about that? Let's have a look at the 500 as a whole then. I'm going to try and keep my camera on its tripod for as long as possible. However, I may have to pick it up to show some closer details. If so, I do apologise for the wobbling. But let's have a look at it from the outside. It's relatively large, however, of course, being a Fiat 500, it's a lot smaller than some previous models, such as the Ford Mustang, which it is scaled to. But yeah, obviously much smaller. It has opening doors, as they usually all do, with door handles and everything. Door on both sides open. We'll look at the interior in a second. The doors open a long way forward. Don't think that's realistic, but they couldn't really do anything about that. The boot is in the front, of course, because it's a Fiat 500. There's not much space in there. You're not going to fit your weekend's luggage in there, that's for sure. There is, however, it's hard to get out, but if you can get your fingers on it, there is a spare wheel, which it actually just sits in there. It's got its little holder, and it sits in there. The bond, it's just fallen off. This must have the build quality of a Fiat of this time. We'll just try and snap that back on. There we go. The front of the Fiat logo is printed, the number plate is not. These make up the distinctive Fiat front, and the lights also look very distinctive as a Fiat 500. Right in the back, we have this piece of luggage which is attached to the back. That can be taken off. We'll get to that in a second. I guess, boot, but it's actually also the engine cover can be opened, and a very well detailed engine can be seen in there. It's quite dark, I know, but there is a good amount of detail. If you want to see some close-up pictures of much of the detail on this, can be found on bricklink.com, a very good website for looking at LEGO sets. That is also a stickered piece, and as is again the rear number plate. The roof can retract, as would be expected. Just retracts like that. Uses a kind of canvas piece to make the roof. Inside, it's quite hard to see, but the seats are two-tone. Try and get the best angle to show the dashboard in there, which is very simplistic with an 8.1 gauge. However, I mean, in the actual Fiat 500, it was pretty simplistic. I'm just going to take the windscreen off a bit to let some more light in. There is another stickered piece there in the center console, which adds some more gauges. This does have rear seats. I don't think you'd get in them even in real life, but you can fold the front seats forward, and that allows you to access the rear bench seat back there, which is pretty small, but that's very realistic. Yes. And that is pretty much all. If we tip it over, we'll see that underneath it's fairly solid. There's where the spare wheel sticks through. See the exhaust there on the back. It's got these nice hubs, which do make it look very realistic. So yeah, overall a very good looking model with a decent amount of functionality. This easel with a picture of the Fiat 500 in front of the Colosseum is also included, along with some paint and a paintbrush, which, you know, adds a nice little extra. The picture can be taken off, that paintbrush can fall off, and this can be folded up into a nice small thing, which can actually fit in the car as long as the roof is open, so it can stick out. And as you saw, this suitcase was on the back of the car, which it can be opened, and not like that, it can't be opened. Give us a second. This is getting rebuilt live on there we go. It can be opened, and there's a bit of space for something. There's nothing in it, but there is a bit of space. So that's the accessories that come with the set, and yeah, the paintbrushes rolling around. Yeah, it's a nice picture, big sticker. Here are all the spare parts in the set, including one of the printed Fiat badges. With the exception of that, there's not anything particularly interesting, and there is quite a large sticker sheet, especially for a Creator Expert set. Typically they have a lot more prints than stickers. This set does have quite a few prints, but also has loads of stickers. Many of the stickers, however, are for the set of license plates, which you might have seen the ones on the car. They displayed TOFO 1965, which is the year the Fiat 500 was introduced. We also have these alternate plates, which are DK 10271, which is the set number, and PN 271. So one's based on the set number, and the ones on the car, I'll just pull one off, is based on the year the car was introduced. So yes, that's all the other parts in the set. Overall, I do think this is actually a very good set and a very strong contender to the like selection of cars that they've made. I've previously reviewed the Porsche 911, the Ford Mustang, and the London Routemaster bus. This is I think the smallest of all of them, but less than 1,000 pieces. But I mean, it's a small car, so obviously it's going to be smaller. Overall though, I do still think this is a very good set, and if you can still find it for sale, because I believe it's still in production, although you would have to check, it's a very good one. Yes, I don't really have any faults with it really. Building wise, it was pretty good, and yeah, that's really all I've got to say. So thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye for now.